Hi, here's a quick video to show how to control the number of decimals shown in FluidMath when you do computations. First, under the File menu, there's a preference. Under File Preferences, under the General tab, there's a setting here. The number of decimals in computations. This is the default number that will be used. You can change it in here. So if you have an expression like 3/5 and do a double arrow to get a numeric approximation, you'll get at most 3 decimal places. Okay, so let's change this to 2/3. So we'll get more decimals, and now you can see 3 are being shown, and it's rounding up the last one. To change this, if you hover the cursor over the typeset answer, a widget appears, and you can click on it and drag it either horizontally or vertically. When you drag it horizontally, you increase the number of decimals shown. When you drag back to the left, you get less, and it rounds appropriately. The other thing you could do, let's see, let me show you what dragging vertically will do. It has a different function. So if we have a number like 625 over 10,000, again, first there's just showing 3 decimals by default. And if I click on the widget and drag to the right, I can, even though there's no more precision, I can add more zeros. So dragging vertically does something different. It will, it'll add more. When you drag up, it'll add more decimals up until there's no more information shown. Like this number is exactly 0.0625, so it will never show more parts to the number or pad it with zeros. Okay. So one last thing is very small numbers. So if we have like 7 to the minus 10 and compute that, 3 decimals wouldn't be enough to show much of anything with this. So FluidMath switches to showing scientific notation. However, you can grab the widget and again drag out far enough, and eventually you'll start to see decimal values that show some of the result. And if you drag far enough back left, it'll switch back to scientific notation. Okay, that concludes this video.